Hello, hello. Just lighting some incense. 1 second. Love this incense. God damn. Okay. Hello and welcome to the full moon. I keep doing that. Full moon. New moon. Solar eclipse. Just gonna pull some cards. Quick little, well, hopefully I don't ramble too much. I'm still getting used to channeling and reading on the spot. Normally I'm better with writing things out, not being on the spot. So this is fun. Where to start? Okay, so I was called to use the Moonology deck. I have not used that in ages, so I'm going to be looking up some of these card meanings. My question to the cards was just, what would you like us to know during this new moon and solar eclipse? So, fiery climax approaches. Insert dirty joke here. Also, we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into it. A personal issue reaches resolution, and your dreams need a practical plan. So right away, this one tells me it's pretty good for setting intentions right now. New moons are perfect for setting intentions. It's like the start of a new cycle. We're shedding old shit that no longer serves us and making room for things that do serve us. So if you have an idea of what you want your month ahead to look like, write down some I am statements, or I have, or I am and I have are usually pretty good statements to sort of, time does not exist in your subconscious does not know what past, present, future is. It's just always now, basically. So if you say, I have, insert something you want, I have this, your subconscious is like, oh, is that okay, we have this. And so it sets the intention to the subconscious and to the universe that this is what you want, except you don't say you want it, because if you say you want it, it sends the vibration that you always want it and never have it. So it's fine to want things. Don't police your thoughts and your words. I've been there. It is not fun, because then you don't ever say anything. So just think about things that you want. You can even write it down. You're not going to curse yourself for anything by saying I want. But the things that you do want, set the intention by saying I have them or I am them. I'm going to look up the full moon in Taurus. Page 70. Wow, I just realized I drew all 3 full moon cards. That is interesting. Okay. I don't know why yet, but it just struck me as interesting. All right. Yeah. Setting intentions, imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, whatever it is that you want. Okay. Also ground your intentions. So for this practical plan stuff, damn it, my incense burned out or went out. Just want to light it. It just smells so good. Anyway, I'll let that burn for a second. So it might help to have your dreams, have your intentions, etc. But also maybe journal about some bullet points that will help you get there. If you don't know where to start, it's okay. Setting the intentions can often be good enough. But if you have a general idea of what you want, just write about or think about, writing things down tends to help me feel like they're more solid. Even if you're not necessarily a writer or whatever, just sketch out your dreams. What does your dream life look like? And how do you think you could get there? Even if it seems like I could never do that or whatever. Like just write out what you think, practical steps to get to the dreams. Write them out. Don't panic about not having huge amounts of ideas of where to go, but at least that starts your subconscious thinking, oh, this is how we're going to get there. And then you can welcome in the things that come that you're attracting by setting these intentions, even if they don't end up looking like what you thought they would look like. So this card is a combination of setting intentions and also taking practical steps to get those dreams into reality. Also work out some negative thought patterns, limiting beliefs, all of that stuff. The new moon is great for setting the intention to just have that new moon energy draw out everything that's not serving you right now and set that intention. If that's the best, not the best, that was shitty of me to say. It's not what I meant. And I'm talking to myself here. Sometimes the best that I can do is just say, I don't fucking know. Just please release and take away from me all limiting beliefs that I have that I don't know I have. And then that way, the new moon just like really draws that out. And then you'll be, if you don't know what those limiting beliefs are, you will be shown them. So set the intention to have them removed, and whatever is blocking you from your dreams, set the intention to have that removed. And then as you continue throughout this month, you will, the universe will show you things that are limiting you. You just have to pick up on them and then address them. And addressing them could just mean acknowledging you have these limiting beliefs, setting the intention to release them now that you know what they are, and kind of working energetically to get that out of your body. I've been doing a lot of that lately, so if you have any questions about that, if it makes no sense to you, totally fine. I am happy to talk about it. kk@comelaughwith.me is my fucking email. I'll put it in the comments or something. I don't know. I'll figure out how to get you guys the thing. But anyway, so there's that. I don't know why I'm going backwards. I don't know. There's no order to these, but whatever. So a personal issue comes to resolution. Okay, so these are kind of, these feel very connected, but in an interesting, so like a personal issue comes to resolution and a fiery climax approaches. This feels very collective to me, as far as like in the collective, we have been releasing so much shit, and this is super intense. You might even be feeling, I don't know, like stomach cramps or like actual cramps if you have those reproductive organs. I have been feeling all of that, and I am not, not sure how personal you want to get, so I'll just leave it at that. So I've been feeling very, very and pressurized. I had to take a break from work the other day to take a bath. I didn't know that I needed a bath, but it ended up helping me. And I just randomly got in the bath because I was like, I got to do something. My head felt just like I was just pressurized, not quite like in an airplane, but like kind of. And I could feel my sinuses just ready to explode. And I have allergies, so obviously that's part of it. But this was like this just felt like something else. And I got in the bath. I put in Epsom salts and actual salt. It helps energize the water, if that helps you at all. So put in salt and Epsom salts, or just salt, whatever. Salt is the main thing, but Epsom salts are really good for everyone's muscles. Anyway, got in the bath, and I heard a little audible like squeak, like about here in my nose, and the pressure started to release. It was really weird. A squeak like air coming out of a balloon. It was hilarious. So if you're feeling any of that stuff, it is the collective. Whoo boy. So this is shit's moving, you guys. Shit is moving. People are waking up and facing a lot of things they didn't know they needed to face. All of us. This is not just they. We're all doing that. And for people who are awake, and by awake, I just mean you step into your power by realizing there is nothing more powerful than you. You are the creator of your own reality. No one can take that away from you, etc. So a lot of shit that has been... We're going to see some shit changing a lot. This is a huge shift. So I don't know how that's going to look or manifest in reality, or what we see in the world. But so it feels very seismic. And so also this ties in because a lot of us are realizing personally a lot of things that we didn't know were issues necessarily. This has been happening for me too. I have been faced with some limiting beliefs I didn't realize I had. And we're just processing it. So it's all good. So if you've been dealing with some shit, if you've had some blockages, this energy feels very much like shit is moving. Shit is moving. So that's that. I'm going to just quickly look up full moon in Aries. Just to see if there's anything that kind of stands out. Yeah, this is all about we're waiting to see what's happening next. That's the energy of that card. It could be tense. It's been tense for a while, but there's good shit is ahead. It's just a lot. Okay, full moon in Cancer. Let's look up that just to see if I've missed anything. A lot of emotions. Okay, that's another thing that you might be facing. This, like, you might be feeling a lot of emotions. You don't know where they came from, or you could be facing, a lot of this, like I said, some of this is personal, like to you, individualized, and it's also a collective. So take some quiet time. If suddenly you're faced with like your worst fear or something, and you were like, dude, where did that come from? I'm totally over what that situation was. Why am I facing this again? It could just be coming up for you to see it one last time and be like, no, really, I'm good, and then it goes away, like it's fine. It could also be um, it could also be some of the darker energies who are worried about losing their energy source and not wanting people to wake up. They want people to stay in the fear-based reality that they've helped create. Um, it if you're facing something you fear or an anxiety or something that you're like, I do not understand why this is here right now. I thought I was fine. It could be that kind of darker energy trying to keep you asleep. And asleep means staying in fear-based reality where you think you have no power and someone else controls you or in your life and all that stuff. All you need to do at that point is just kind of breathe and be like, just remind yourself, nothing is more powerful than me. And it's a free will zone, so you can tell those darker energies to fuck right off, and they gotta go. You might need to be a little firm about it and like keep saying, use your pendulum. Pendulums are great at like clearing out darker energies, close portals if you are into that kind of thing. So that could be that. It could also be the general anxiety that the collective is feeling about the changes that they sense are coming, and they can kind of see, because we're all seeing our institutions crumble and like our masculine energies, and we all have them, divine and masculine and feminine energies. The masculine energies have been unconscious and toxic, and they're waking up because the divine feminine is coming online being like, wake up or bye. So there's a lot going on, and you could just be feeling what's in the grid. So again, the best thing to do is remind yourself, this might not be mine. I might just be feeling the collective energies and anxieties. Try your best to breathe through it, root down into the ground. Imagine your feet connecting to the core of the earth through roots or just directly, whatever works for you. And just try to breathe. Take naps, take baths, do anything. Those are just my suggestions. You can do anything that works for you that like grounds you into the earth instead of spinning out into crazy, energy that does not serve you. So those are those cards. I was called to draw from my shadow deck what we're releasing. We are releasing the warrior, which is interesting, because we got two very fiery and we've got two. It's just very interesting that we're releasing that. So the warrior energy is very much like arsenal energy, like burn shit down. Which is good. We need that. It's not, we need that in the collective. We need it for ourselves to root out unserving beliefs, et cetera, et cetera. But we're releasing that. And I want to make sure I get 16. So when I first looked at the card, I was like, okay, it sounds like we're releasing the pushing energy, like that art, we still need arsenal energy, but right now I think is a good time to just not fight ourselves and other people, just sort of accept and receive. And that could mean anything from, if someone says something you really don't want to hear, whether it's about yourself or someone else or something else, instead of clenching your ass and being like, just unclench your ass and entertain the fact that you might have those beliefs that you don't like. It could be literally just buried in your subconscious and you don't know you have them because you agreed to take it on for the collective. And all you need to do is acknowledge that you have them, and it helps release them. Alternatively, if it really is something about you that you don't want to hear, again, unclench your ass cheeks and entertain the fact that you might need to face that about yourself. No matter how much you think you are not that, whatever this person is saying, just what does it feel like to accept the fact that you are whatever you don't want to be hearing about yourself? What does it feel like to say, oh, what if I am like this? Or what if this is true about me? Or whatever. Be careful and don't gaslight yourself. If someone's trying to manipulate you in any way, just use your discernment on that. Because do not gaslight yourself. But if you feel safe getting that with this person saying the things you don't want to hear, just try to see how it feels to say that might be true. If you, anyway, I'm not going to keep going. What was I fucking doing? Oh, looking up the warrior. Because that's the message that I was immediately struck with, but I want to just see if there's anything that and this is an archetype. The warrior is an archetype. So I don't know where I was going with that, but it was in my head. Okay, yeah, a call to action. So I really went off on a tangent there. I don't know. That was in my head, so I had to get it out. I don't know. If that helps anyone, awesome. If not, fucking leave it. It's totally fine. Again, with the rest card, like take time to rest, take time to breathe, take time to do fun, focused activities. Remember to have some fucking fun. This is as much as you can. I'm not, again, not telling you to gaslight yourself. If you're really having a shitty time, feel all of the feelings, and acknowledge and observe, what am I feeling? Just fucking feel it. But you can take a goddamn break, people. It's okay. I am personally giving you fucking permission. If that's what you need to hear, please take it. I am calling myself out too. So, yeah. Yeah, this is okay. It ties in again with that message I was saying about unclench your butt. Like, if you're faced with something you don't want to hear, don't fight it. Just try to accept it. Just see what it feels like. That's basically, yeah. Okay, good for me. That's what I thought. All right, and then for the last little bit, pulled some starseed cards. We've gotten this one before. We the Hathors, Mother's Milk, Rebirth, Love. I want to we're birthing something new. And yes, this is when you get the same cards over and over, it just means we're still, we're still in it, really. And the messages will change as the energy changes and whatever, but right now and for the last while, we're living in crazy ass times, you guys. So it's fine that we're getting the same messages, because it's like the universe is like, yeah, we're on track. And it's also like, here's some hope that it's actually still on, still happening. It's good. And this is also a really good thing. It's like birth is, it's cool. It's just really a lot while you're in it. Okay, so I'm going to look up. Oh my God. I cannot. Yeah, ushering in new life. And Mother Earth is here to tell you that she's got you, you're safe, you're here for a reason, she loves you. Take a fucking break. Take a break. And just feel that love, you know. This is creation, this is birth, it's feminine energy. Like I said, the divine feminine has been shooting up from slumber and being like, listen, people, shit's changing. So it's really cool. It's just a lot. So also this card is a not just Mother Earth thing, but like also mother yourself. If you're, you know, these fiery climaxes and all the stuff that's happening, if you're there's a lot going on and your body is feeling it, your body is upgrading, your DNA is like, all of this stuff is happening and it's a shitload, and your ego / inner child / whatever is acting up and making you feel anxious, it's there to protect you. Like our fear and our, you know, all of that stuff, it's not a bad thing. It's like, oh, I'm trying to keep you safe from something. So if it comes, if you're feeling fear, or you're feeling, if you're really in touch with your inner child, or whatever it is, and you're like this, just what would you do if you saw a child freaking out somewhere around you that couldn't find its parent, or whatever? What would you do for that child? Would you yell at it, or like tell it to keep working, or whatever? You'd probably try to comfort it. What would you do to your, you know, treat yourself the way you would treat the person you love most in this world, or the thing that you love most in this world, whatever it is. Treat yourself that way, because we are going through a birth process, and we're awake for this shit. Like the death of one civilization and the birth of another, man. What? Just try. This is all about learning how to parent ourselves. I don't know why I said reparent, but whatever. Parent yourself, because you are the most precious thing, period. Like, you are. Your body is your home. You know, your mind, you got to work with your mind and your body and all the fucking things, and we're all just trying to make it. We're all trying to do our best. So treat yourself the best that you can. I know there are limitations for, you know, not everyone has the same situation. So with whatever limitations you're facing, if you are, work within those parameters, and see if you can kind of nudge those parameters out a little bit and get more space for yourself. If you can't, that's okay too. Again, just, even it could be as simple as like closing your eyes, putting your hand on your heart, and you're saying, I love, forgive, and accept myself. I am safe. I am okay. I am loved. Hopefully you are actually safe. And if you're not, I am sending you love. It's going to be okay. If it's not right now, I understand. Even if I don't know all the details, but I'm sending you love and telling you that you're not alone. Even when you feel like you are. It might sound like cold comfort. So again, if this does not resonate, please do not take it. But I love you. And so does the universe. And so does Mother Earth. And you are not alone. Okay. Moving on, because whoa. We've gotten this card before too, the 7 Star Sisters. Again, with that birth energy. This is like birthing new creations. The tapestry of life. Express yourself. Creativity is a big thing right now. I mean, it always is, because it's life. You know, we live life. We create. That is kind of the purpose of life. Yeah, man. With all this new moon stuff, and like the climaxes and resolutions and setting intentions, all the birth, all this birth energy. This is beautiful. It might feel super chaotic, but like birth is kind of chaotic, if you think about it. Let me just look that one up because I feel like there's more there that I could be saying. New consciousness is being birthed into life. Surrender to it. There's a fine line, between pushing and getting what you want and putting plans into place and all the things. So play with the energy of setting intentions, imagining the life that you want for yourself and for the world. Maybe try something creative that you haven't before. Maybe you lost touch with something you loved to do in childhood and you're like, I don't have time for that anymore, or whatever. Try going back to it and see how that feels. We're kind of supposed to be having fun. I mean, hard to remember that sometimes, myself included. Been talking myself off ledges for what feels like 10 fucking years. But in particular, this last year and a half, but we're trying, this card kind of feels like try something creative that you haven't for a while, or something totally new that you've been thinking about. I feel like this is a way to get out some of this energy that feels a little stuck. What else does this? Yeah. How can you bring beauty back to everyday life if you feel like it's lost? That kind of thing. Earth is the place to create shit, man. This is like an awesome place. Tap into that energy wherever you can. Okay, here are a couple questions from the book that might be good prompts if you care to take them. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Just what new stories can you write? Not necessarily with words, but just what new stories can you create and how? I love this. I'm obsessed with new stories. So I'm going to give that to you too, that obsession. And the last card we've got is loosen your grip. So, what are you clinging to that does not serve you? Again, with this new moon, it's a really good time to just ask her to release and take away anything that's not serving us. And that will loosen it up from your body and bring it to your conscious mind so that you can consciously release it. If you don't know. If you do know, again, set the intention for the new moon, for Mother Earth, for whatever for yourself, to release that and let in light instead of bring light to the shadows here is what I think is. Oh man. All these cards are so connected, and my brain is like having trouble figuring out how to express how cool this is. What are you clinging to out of fear? Damn, this question is awesome. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? I'm going to leave it at that because I could not have put it better myself. I love these cards. This is great. Enjoy your fiery climax. If you have any questions, want to book a reading, whatever, kk@comelaughwith.me. I'm also Dread Pirate KK on Instagram if you feel like doing that instead. Totally fine. Hopefully this has helped. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also take a fucking bath. Okay. Lots of love. Lots of love.